Good morning, Webb Warren, Bay County Disc Golf. I am your 2025 Northwest Florida Disc Golf Championship Tournament Director. This tournament is sponsored by Kriens Contracting. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Kriens Contracting, for your generous support. We cannot do these events without you. Please thank Isaac if you see him out there. Hey, check out their website. They do some amazing things, really cool stuff. Kriens Contracting, our feature sponsor. So thank you. Also, we're being powered by Discraft. These are one of the discs that you'll be getting in your players pack. They have not disappointed. First time Discraft has ever been, as far as I'm aware, ever sponsored a Bay County tournament. So really excited about that. Let's talk about this layout. We have 23 holes. This layout is way different than the normal layout, especially on the back nine. Some really fun pin positions, some additional holes. A lot of aceable holes. It's going to be a blast. The most important thing I'd like to just tee up, no pun intended, play your whatever layout you're playing, green, red, white, blue. Look for your flag. There will be, if you're playing blue, there'll be a blue flag. If you're playing green, there'll be a green flag. Look for your flag at the tee box. Don't necessarily assume that whatever tee box you've normally thrown for whatever layout is going to be the same layout. There will be a flag that corresponds to the color of the layout that you are playing. So pay attention. I'm going to reinforce this over and over. Please pay attention to that. Very, very important. The layouts are done in a way to complement the different skill levels registered for those different layouts. So really fun to keep the pace of play up, should keep the level of competition at the level that it should be. We're really excited to debut this and have everybody see it. All right, so Beach Cooling, thank you for sponsoring our community center. Why is that important? Because on Saturday at 7:30, we're going to have our registration inside the community center. If it's a little bit cool outside, we're going to be warm in there. If it's warm outside, it's going to be cool in there. So thank you, Jim White, for helping us out on that. So 7:30, check-in, mandatory. You got to come in, get your players back, check in. The jerseys are amazing. I can't wait for everybody to see that. The feature disc is amazing. You're also going to have a little handy tool in there, no pun intended. You'll see what we're talking about. It's a disc repair tool, among other uses. Very, very handy, awesome tool. So also day of, everybody needs to keep score. So you'll use the PDGA app, have your phone charged, ready to go. Everybody must keep score. You can go to pga.com/score or download the PDGA app. We will provide the scoring code for you day of so that you can get in and keep score for you and your card. You have to keep it for the entire card. It's much easier on the digital app. Food truck, so Trucking Delicious. Thank you, James Harris, for getting them there. Great food, very fast, amazing group. Can't wait for you to try it. Please support our food truck that will be there at lunch. We talked about the players pack. Let's talk about the raffle very quickly. This raffle is, if you've been to our tournaments, you know how amazing our raffles are. We're going to have a basket. We've got a ton of bags. We've got a ton of discs. We've got Ace Hardware has donated a Yeti cooler, which is really slick. We've got some of these crazy discs from Ledgestone, Sexton Firebird. Yes, look at that. My dogs even got in on the action. I have a Whippet named Luna, and she has gone through my stash and picked out a few stuff. So a World Championship Luna, a Whippet disc, an end of a Whippet disc. Old school, those like a Justice. Beautiful, cool disc. She dug really deep, dug this Luna out, and yes, if you see that, there are two signatures on there. So thank you, Miss Luna, for taking the time for doing that. Buzz, my little rat terrier, has also donated a few buzzes. Got a couple more in addition to this. Really, really cool buzzes. Really excited about those. We got some CTP prizes. Speaking of buzzes, CTP prizes, a few others out there. And Isaac Robinson. Now, I don't know if you know who Isaac Robinson. He is our current two-time world champion. Great guy. Has even gotten in the spirit for Bay County and donated to our nonprofit these really cool discs. That this raffle is how we make this nonprofit work for you so we can put on these tournaments. So check this out. He did sign those. Isn't that gorgeous? Also, here's another one with the signature on there. These are his Rives. Absolutely gorgeous. I believe they're the Royal Rives. So excited to raffle those off. And then also, this is from his personal stash. It's one of the original Grand Peaks that was sent to him for prototype testing, and he signed it and sent to us. Isaac, I appreciate you reaching back. I sent him a message, and he responded in such an amazing way. Thank you, Mr. Robinson, for your support of our little nonprofit over here that helps put on these different tournaments. All right, let's talk very quickly CTP. If you're not in the A spot, let's talk about A spot. If you're not in the A spot, you need to get in the A spot because there's so many aceable holes for all divisions. If no ace is hit during the round, which I would be shocked because there's a couple of holes that just feel like at 152 feet, there's going to be some aces hit. But if they're not hit, then what we're going to do is we're going to then default over. You will be registered. If you're in the A spot, you'll be registered for the CTP pot. And the CTP winners from each division will evenly split out the ace pot if no aces hit during regulation. Okay, ace must be hit during regulation. Let's see. Let's talk about pace of play. So the actual course, it's longer. It's 23 holes. We have 4-person cards. We did 4-person cards because we want to keep the pace of play moving forward. We want the best experience possible. So please, as you get on par 4s, par 5s, when they have moved out of range, have your card start playing. We want to keep the pace of play moving. We don't want to have cards stack up. Play safely, but play quickly within reason. So layout changes worth noting for the folks playing the blue layout, MPO, MA40, MP40, and MA1. There's only 4 holes with 2 baskets, and that second basket will only be played by the blue layout. That is holes 4, 5, 8, and 10. That's the only holes that have 2 baskets, and the second basket will only be played to by the blue layout. Everybody else plays the first pin, and then every other hole will only have 1 basket. All right, let's talk about the island hole, 15B. 15B, if you throw from the tee and you do not land in bounds and come to rest in bounds on the island, then you must move to the drop zone, which is 40 feet from the pin, and you will take a penalty and be throwing 3 from that drop zone. Then at that point, once you're at that drop zone, normal OB rules apply at that point. So keep that in mind. It's a standard island rule. Also, 17E. On the right side, you have an OB line that guards 18, as well as a rock pile, as well as water as OB. So anything on the right side, you're going to be playing normal OB rules. You'll take a stroke. You can move 3 feet in. On the left side, we have a casual relief zone. It's going to be marked by green paint and green flags. This casual relief zone, if you go in there, it is optional. It is no penalty. If you want to throw it from within, if you can safely establish a stance, you can throw it where the disc lies, or you can move behind your disc. You can't advance from a casual relief toward the basket, but you can go further back. You can also elect to take the optional drop zone, which is designated on the left side. Okay? So if you throw in casual relief, there is no penalty for moving to the optional drop zone or taking optional casual relief further back. If you throw OB, you can do the normal OB rules. You're going to take a penalty if you throw OB. But you also have the option of going to the optional drop zone with the penalty. You threw OB, you're getting a penalty. But you can't throw from the optional drop zone with penalty. Casual relief, last time, and I'll beat this a dead horse here. Casual relief, there is no penalty to go to the drop zone or take relief. All right, so that's the big changes on the course. Again, I think everybody's going to love it. It's a blast. It's a unique layout. It should be a ton of fun. If you want to look at it, you can go to UDisc, look at your different layouts to get the map. You can see an idea from there. All right, I'm going to reinforce check-in is mandatory. I need you to, when you get there, check in 7:30 to 8:20. We start at 8:30. I want to again thank all our volunteers. We can't do this without the Rick Beards of the world, the Brent Gans, the Richard Carpenter, the Jim Whites, Carl, John Hayes, Justin, Mike, Jordan. I could go on and on and on with all the time and effort that's been put into this tournament. They're the ones that make our community great so that we can do great events. We hope you enjoyed this tournament. We have put a lot of effort into this, and we're far from perfect, but we're trying to do our best so that you have the best time. So we're really excited to reveal this new layout to everybody. We're really excited to see our friends. Can't wait to crown our champions. Hey, these trophies look amazing. So we're excited all the way around. Try to keep this as brief as possible. I'll be providing additional information on disc golf scene as well as email. If you have any questions, reach out to me. And last of all, I want to remind, if you're during the tournament, if you have a question, take a provisional. Always take a provisional, play the hole out. We'll sort it out. We'll sort it out after the round. Just take a provisional, move on through. We'll get it sorted out. So thank you. Can't wait to see you. Appreciate you taking part of our events. And I will see everybody Friday and possibly Saturday. So just remind you, Friday flex event, flex start from approximately 10 till 2:30, $25. Take part in that. Thank you very much. See you soon.